Hey guys, today we're going to check out the 3-second tent by Reactive Outdoors to see if it's really worth the money. All right, let's open it up, have a look. The bag itself is reasonably compact considering I've got everything inside here you need. If you compare this to say a Swag, that's why I like actually taking this out because it takes up no room in my car at all at the moment. All I need is this and the air mattress, which also takes up no room, whereas normally you need your Swag and then a stretcher for your Swag as well, whereas this is all you need. We'll open this up, have a look. This is half the bulk right here. They give you a ground sheet included as well. It's a nice tarp ground sheet, feels pretty good quality. Now we have the tent itself, all one piece, no poles, nothing. It's all together, ready to go right here. That's why they call it the 3-second tent. Strap it in the bag. They also give you plenty of pegs, guy ropes, instruction manual that is actually sewn onto the bag so you can't lose instructions, and also a rain cover as well, which we'll put on at the end. Now this is their large tent. They do a large and a small. I wanted the large because I wanted to be able to fit a queen size mattress in here, which it just fits, which is really good. That's all I wanted. Now the size, this is a small tent, 1-2 person, is 2 meters by 135 by 130. When it's packed away, it's 69 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters and weighs 3.7 kilos. The large tent is for 2 to 3 people. It's 2.1 meters by 177 by 145, and packed away it's 77 by 15 by 15, and that weighs 4.2 kilos. So it weighs nothing at all. I'm not joking when I say this is the easiest tent I've ever seen to set up. And absolutely anyone can do this, even a kid. Stand it upright so you can see your top here. Each leg you just grab and lift out. This is so simple. It's freestanding too, so I can just leave it there and it stays. So it's 4 legs, just bring out. Now this is why they call it a 3-second tent. It does take a bit of a knack. First time I set this up with Exploros, I held it up there and we were wondering, how do we click? I didn't actually read, typical guy, I didn't read the instructions. I was just trying to wing it, but we worked it out in the end. I could have just read the instructions, which are right there, but I didn't. All you do, grab it, lift up, and push down with your thumb at the same time. That's it. The whole tent is set up, ready to go. This tent is supposed to be able to handle 64 kilometre winds. Now, I've only taken this out 3 times now, so I haven't been able to test it in really strong winds, and also haven't been able to test it in rain yet. So this is only really a first impressions video. It's not a long-term review yet, but I really wanted to test out these poles, how strong they really are. Say if you're at camp, someone walks past, knocks one of them, or a branch falls down, smacks it, and it bends it inwards, is one pole going to bring the whole tent down. Now these don't actually fold back unless it says here, pull joint to fold. So we'll pull that outwards as if you're going to pack it up, and then we'll let it collapse inwards. I want to see if we can get this to all fall down. So that one's collapsed on itself. And now I'll try and push it on this one. Oh, I'm putting all my weight on that. You can see the other one is bending sideways, but I'll let that go and see what it does. It's still up. All right, let me just lift this, see what happens. There you go, engage itself again. So as far as strength goes, I can do whatever I want to this. Now it's not pegged down and it's not going anywhere. Look at that, how flexible it is. I can pick it up, throw it. I'm really surprised by that. Now on a rainy day, you really would need the rain cover that's supplied because it's supported right here and one in the middle there, but you will get water pull around in a circle here up the top. So you have to put this rain cover on. 4 little tie down points. That just hooks straight on. 3 and 4. You can also use these tie down points for your guy ropes as well to give the tent extra strength. And now any rain that comes down isn't going to pull. It's going to hit here and come off the sides, as well as your 4 support poles that hold the tent up. There's also this cross beam in the middle here, another pole, which gives you an awning on both sides. Because you can access the tent through both sides, this gives you a bit of a rain shelter, an awning against wind and rain. If it was to rain, you could still have your fire screen open inside and not have any rain come in. Now, it is a great idea. It also gives you air ventilation because in under here, on this side and on this side, is permanent fly screen. So you don't get condensation on the inside, you get nice ventilation. So it gives a nice cross breeze through here, so you get nice fresh air all the time. The only one downside I've found to this, at night time, I nearly poked my eye out accidentally, hopping in the tent at night time, reached down to grab the zip or just hopping in, pitch black, you can't see anything. So you're bending down straight into this pole. So it is a good idea having the pole there. It is just a bit dangerous though. I think maybe rather than having the pole coming from the middle out here, whether it was possible to actually have it going sideways. That way, even if you did hit it, you're not going to damage yourself at all. I don't know if it's even feasible. They might not be able to do it and that might have had to go this way. But for safety, I don't like that idea. But honestly, that's the only con I've come up with so far with this entire tent. I absolutely love the tent. And I especially love that it's already got 2 layers built in. You know how with every other tent you've ever had to set up your whole life, you set up the bottom layer first, which is usually just a mesh fly screen, and then your weatherproof layer over top of that, which you've got to peg down. You've got to peg down both layers, and it takes you probably 20 minutes. This is just so bloody quick. I love it. Even on the sides without the doors, it's been designed for maximum airflow. So you see the top layer ends right here, because just inside here, I'm not sure if I can bring it out enough, but there's fly screen there. So it's a huge fly screen window on both sides right here. So it's protected from the rain, but it's getting plenty of airflow. Now that we're inside the tent, you can see the fly screen starting just there. And as we go up, you can see just how big that fly screen is. It goes all the way to the middle. There's even a hook in the middle there, so you can tie a light to as well at night time. Fly screens on both the doors as well. Also come down halfway, so you've got plenty of ventilation at night time. The thing I love about having so many fly screens, especially built in, is you're never ever going to get condensation in wintertime. Now you can see the sides are all sagging at the moment. That's because I haven't pegged all 4 corners out. So it's just hanging there freely at the moment. But in the middle here, you can also see there's a phone holder. So I really am impressed with this tent. Now that we've run through the features and the setup, I want to show you how easy it is to pack away as well. Now, I think calling it a 3-second tent is a bit of a stretch, a bit of a marketing gimmick. It's clearly more than 3 seconds. Yes, it is 3 seconds to lift it up and engage it, but I want to test it in a minute. I'll pack it back up again and I'll put it back in the bag and we'll test getting out of the bag and see up to this how long it actually takes. It's still probably 30 seconds to a minute, so it's not much at all. It's quicker than any other tent on the market. But yeah, 3 seconds is a bit of a stretch. Now all I'm doing is grabbing those bottom poles, lifting them upwards, and then the whole thing just folds straight down. Give that a second for the air to go out. That all happens pretty quick. Now all 4 of these legs, like before, I pull the joint outwards and then just let it straight in and fold it inwards. So there's no special folding or anything you have to do with this. It's very, very simple. Just push them all straight in. You can see I'm not rushing at all. I'm just doing this at a casual pace. And now all we do is walk around, lift up again towards the middle. 2, 3. Oh, that one's still hooked around the elastic strap. We'll undo that. That might help. And 4. That's it. Now all you have to do to pack it away, roll it up and put it back in the bag. It is that simple. So I'll put it back in the bag now and we'll start from scratch. Right, it's in the bag, starting from scratch. I'm going to start my timer and I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to do this at a casual pace as if anyone was setting it up. All right, go. So lay it down, undo the 2 straps. Grab it out the bag. Set the bag aside. Let down all 4 legs and pull out all 4 legs, let it hang there. Like I said, not rushing, nice and casual. Come over here. Actually, I'm supposed to be on this side, I think. It's easier the closer you are to it to lift it up. Right, let it go. And sometimes you do struggle pushing that down. Right, 45 seconds that took. Definitely not 3 seconds, but I'd like to see any other tent on the market you can set up in 45 seconds. Now, once I've had ample time to test this tent out, in the future, we'll be doing a tent versus swag comparison video, the pros and cons of both. But honestly, for the amount of times I've used this so far, I am definitely loving this tent. I will not be getting another tent. I love it. Being honest as well, this was given to me by Reactive Outdoors to test and review. I wasn't paid anything for this review, just given the product. And it still had to be an open and honest review, as all my reviews are. Now, large tent is that much, and the small tent is that much. Obviously, they're not an Australian business. Not many people are these days. They are dispatched direct from Melbourne. So you receive this in a couple of days. Considering what you pay for other tents on the market, for the speed purely of this tent, I reckon it is worth it. I would 100% recommend this tent. I'll leave a link down below if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Now, I don't earn any commission or anything off of this. I don't make any money off of this at all. This is purely just so you can check it out for yourself. You make your own mind up whether you want to purchase this. Like I said, I've told you I love it, but everyone's different. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you've got any more questions about this tent, leave a comment. I'm always happy to answer. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I film lots more of this sort of content. I love getting outdoors. But thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.